Everyone fears losing their mind. Disease, loneliness, trauma, prolonged pressure, time. There are countless ways our minds can meet oblivion long before our bodies. So we invent routines that can hopefully carry us from and back to our pillows intact, slicing up the days into chunks that can be more easily digested. We toil away and pretend it gives us purpose, supporting lives we hope are stable, and relieve ourselves with smaller, more manageable oblivions. When we become dissatisfied with the process, we try to rebalance our needs. Less dairy, more gym, less booze, more weed, less gym, more dairy, etc. But the balancing act never ends. The cycle never stops. Sanity is a construct, an artificial invention of humanity, and like all constructs from the mightiest skyscraper to a Lego house, it must be maintained. When your maintenance fails and the edifice crumbles, you will realize that the creeping dark comes not from without, but within. Sanity was always the unnatural state. Sanity was the invader. At the end of that long, entropic road, when all your humanity and sense is withered away, only the madness remains.
Welcome to the second game of October. It's the Dread X Collection. Well, the Dread X Collection, it is by the Dread X team, who back then were pretty small, I believe, but now they're a bit more bigger and have a bit more going on for themselves. The first game is just what you're seeing right now. The later games have a lot more going on for themselves, just the beginning of how it all began. But essentially, it is a collection of at least 10 games by different developers that we'll be going through in order of the top, all the way around from like a clockwise direction. So the Pay is nice to start off with, then Don't Go Out, then Hand of Doom, Summer Night, Outsiders, one of the worst ones, Mr. Bucket Told Me To, Rotgut, The Pony Factory, Shatter, and to end it off, Carfank. So we'll be going through with Pay is Nice first, and this is by Odd Breeze, you can tell from there. And this game is going to be rather interesting. Discover what happens in an ultra-secure facility as you get around ready for work in one of the dark holes of your office. Using old-school fixed camera perspective, you're watching your every move. WS for back, to turn, the simple kind of direction sort of things. Now, all of these open their own windows, so I did switch around, which is why I was recording this on OBS. So let me go ahead and start off the Pay is Nice. This is the Pay is Nice. The developer, Odd Breeze Games, also made Crew 167, The Grand Block Odyssey. And that's it, as far as I can find. So this is one of those, very lower there sort of developers that kind of disappeared in a way. This game is be very straightforward. It's a very story-oriented game. Not much really to talk about here. Let's just get on right for it, because really all it is a very straightforward game. So we start off right in this facility of an exit. We're in our business formal clothes, and we have our briefcase. Mindfulness, become the better future. Let's see, there's a male there. Can I go over to that female one just for funnies? Not today, I'm already running late. Damn. Well, let's just go on forward and take care of, the actual direction we should go for. It's definitely going for like a Resident Evil sort of camera thing. It's all, locked and such. You have to be very precarious about how your cameras are, though, or else you can get very, lost. This one's a little bit about it. Take off the jacket. Take off the dirty boots. Change outside pants for inside pants. Put on the clean shoes. I'm a scientist. That's what I'm supposed to say if anyone asks. I didn't really study to become a scientist. I've just always been obsessed with process experiments. I was recruited to work for this company. I'm not sure how they found me, but they sent me a letter. I almost threw the letter away, but I'm glad I didn't. The pay is nice. So yeah, we're going through all the monologue of this guy, essentially. His life. Where was I? Put the smock on. Put the book away. Empty the pockets. Mindfulness works on secret projects to help humanity improve at an exponential rate. If you're systemic, can follow instructions, and have effective written communication, come work with us. Systematic, I said. That's what the job description mentioned. The company doesn't have a website, but I know they existed for more than 20 years. To my research, I'm a scientist. The pay is nice. Turn off the cell phone. Store the cell phone. Close the locker. Lock the locker. Pull on the locker. Make sure it's locked. There you go. We're in our, our lab suit and all. We can now move on forward. Yeah, this camera angle kind of sucks. Kind of goes in too early. The job description, it wasn't too interesting, but I was in a rough spot. The company I worked for closed, something about cash flow issues. I don't know much about business, but I was told this happens a lot. My parents moved away. This is not about wanting to start over again. They never quite liked that I didn't want to pick up the family business. I guess they abandoned me. The job is boring, but like I said, the pay is nice. Also, I'm slowing it down because this text goes by way too fucking fast. It's kind of shitty. All the other ones give you enough breathing room to talk about that shit, but this one... yeah, as soon as you start getting through it, you have to be reading fast for that crap. It's reception. Weird. Sandy's not here. Yeah, it's kind of empty except for us. No one had to pick up the phone or anything. Also, women's door. Already running late. Can't do that crap. Okay, so that one's got a bit of a blinking light problem there. I'm gonna look around for a bit. It's a chair. I can interact with the chair. Some of the day I was waiting here for my interview, I was so innocent. It seems like he got very battle-hardened by this job. Don't know how long he's worked for, though. I am noticing that this game, I don't think the developer accounted for me fucking around like that. So the camera and lighting is kind of awkward. I'll admit that much. Anyway, officers. The damn light's broken again. Interact. And here we go. Oh, this is quite a camera angle. Security checkpoint. Scan the key card. Open the door. Stay silent. Nod at the guard. Walk through the door. Don't look at the guard. Doesn't exist. There's a gun. And there's a bald dude. Kind of blurry. A job that contributes to the advancement of humankind is no simple task. There's a reason this is an ultra-secure facility and that no unauthorized person can go inside. Even I don't know everything that happens between these walls. I don't question what I'm being told to do. The pay is nice. I wonder what we're about to do. Pick up the handgun, load the magazine, remove the safety, cock the gun. And... he's dead. By the way, if you want to, you can examine the gun. There's no reason to examine it, you get nothing out of that, but it's the only time you actually get to examine any items in this game like that. Oh, here comes this bit. Stay silent. Wait for the lights. Stay in the lights. Walk to the office. Stay silent. They're watching. You have a stress meter. We have to go and move forward. We can't run or anything. But the more we stay in the darkness, I guess, the more our stress goes up. I feel like the stress meter, though, is just bullshit. It doesn't really grow up that high. It's just, part of the fucking game to, like, fuck with you. So I'm pretty sure I'm fine. Also, great timing so far on the lights. And there we go. Also, we are covered in blood. Right, this is where I left my notes about my implant hardware specs. Technical hardware specifications for the implant model CA, the Colmex Q39. Distributes a base voltage of plus 12 volts, can be tuned to provide a range of minus 5V to plus 5V without compromising stability. Current milliamps limitations can output a current between 3000 mA and 4000 mA. This is a hard limit and it can't be bypassed at the moment. Milliamps can be changed by increments of 10. Range of current, milliamps, min 3200 mA plus volts times mA by V ratio, an absolute minimum of 3000, max 3800 mA plus that shit, and absolute maximum of 4000. Thankfully, the software automatically calculate those. MAV ratio. At 0 volts, the range of current is between 3200 and 3800 mA. When adjusting voltage, the minimum maximum will adjust based on the MA ratio. The MA ratio set at 100. For example, at 3 volts, the minimum milliamps will increase to 3200 plus 3 times 100 equals 3500. The maximum milliamps will increase to 3800 plus 3 times 100 equals 4100. It will max out at 4000 as per the hardware limitations. Hertz formula. Min 6 plus ABS volts times 4 plus volts. Max 12 plus that shit times 7 plus volts. Thankfully, the software automatically also calculates those. So yeah, it's gonna be a lot of math. The company is assessed for security. We work on sensitive research, probably funded by the government. Most of the information is redacted when I receive it. They make sure the schedule of the other researchers doesn't overlap. You never cross someone in the hallway. They open only the required lights on the way to my office. Everything else is pitch dark. The door locks after I step into my office. I'll have to ask permission if I need to use the bathroom, but I don't question it. The pay is nice. Get ready to hear that line a lot in this fucking game. So nothing... Oh wait, I think there was something to examine there, but I didn't notice the examine thing. There is something to examine here, though. These are the instructions for what I need to do today. Oh, instructions. Alright, time to get to work. Here's the process I have in mind to get through today. Step 1. Determine which medication combinations would leave the subject with a positive benefit and no side ill effects. Even better if we can get something into ++. Step 2. Find the optimal hardware configuration for the Colmex Q39 that are supported by the chosen medication. Step 3. Submit validation. There's a lot of implementation and trial and error in this job. If I'm not sure, I can submit any solution to proceed. The system will just run tests for me. Easy pay. So yeah, there's gonna be trial and error. This briefcase is killing me. I should drop it off to my own desk before I sit down. Yeah, we've been holding this the entire time. I don't know how heavy it is, but there's a spot we can put it on. Fuck, that briefcase was heavy. At least now I can run if needed. Oh great, they already got the autopsy report out. Sounds about right. Mindfulness. Offers the medical examiner. Report a post-mortem examination. Michael Resman. Male, 32, Caucasian. April 31st. Death and examined by Dr. Phillips. Caused death, sudden cardiopulmonary arrest due to abuse of cocaine and a methamphetamine use. So drug use, essentially. That's their excuse. About the chair. Stop the computer. Sit down. Move the chair forward. Enter my password. Blink. Blink again. We do experiments on the human brain. We improve them by freezing the state they work in. At least that's what we're promising. I gather data, do analysis, and enter new values in software. I vary the amount of medicine and hardware specifications to test different scenarios. Software run simulations on all my parameters, and if the results are good, they'll send me in the experiment room. The pay is nice. So, here's the computer. We need to find all the notes I've misplaced around the office. We only have 2 out of 5 notes, but I can go ahead and fuck around with these things at least. So here's what all these things will do. And as you can tell, we can only use about 4 medicine that I believe is misspelt in this game. So yeah. There's also a sort of like volt thing there, a voltage that's at 3+. There's a current, which is at 3000, and there is a hertz on the left there, which is at 21 hertz. Even though it should be on 24. Anyway, we need to find all of our shit, but if you want to, you can fuck around with this shit already. And that's what I'm doing right now, because eventually, if you do end up getting the correct medicine, the game will count that, and you'll be able to actually fuck this anymore. Unfortunately, there's only like half of this it will lock up on. Because as far as I can find, I don't know if you can fuck with more than that. And yeah, see? Now I can't fuck with anything. So, we gotta find all the notes now. So, we got double plus, and we got normal plus there. So there you go, Euphoria. So now we gotta find all of our notes. Let's see. It's like some bugs going on, cicadas. Keeping a copy of my experiment results in here just in case something happens to our network. Good idea, mate. There's a lot of red books with no labels. These are all the books that have about medicines and their interactions. Side effects counters. There's a known list of all ill side effects, and counters might be able to cancel them out. Note that not all effects have the opposite, so this means they're not good options to consider at the moment. Side effects: melancholy, euphoria, is counter, heartburn, strong anti-acid, lower heartbeat, reduced metabolism. Interesting combination, should include it. Decreased vision, glasses, not interesting, requires external hardware. Anxiety, serenity, hallucinations, antipsychotics, memory loss, and skin rash have no other counter effect. So unfortunately, those are really bad. Alright, so let's see. Still waiting for this specimen to arrive. What my shipment is. There's a sink there. It's kind of sideways though. Not really useful. Inspect. With all the gross things I see in here, it's good to have interesting fishes to look at. Yeah, it's always good to feed your fishes. Good thing I have my glasses to read the label on these drugs. Med side effects. Narrow down the effects and counts of each medicine that were identified in Note 1. Now I just need to match them up and make a super medicine that will help us go forward. I have a strong feeling that we should start Penoxylaxin as a baseline. It's a prime drug that mindfulness is trying to push right now. Just to figure out the perfect balance and eliminate side effects. You know, all these side effects and all that crap and where it all adds and all. So, you know, serenity and, you know, lower heartbeat, reduced metabolism, euphoria and all of that. So, we already got that out of the way. Interesting, the bugs and infective dyes seem to split off different camps, blue and red. And these green ones are all just chilling. I'm breeding these bugs, hoping to extract some chemicals out of them. What happened to your chair, mate? Did you just get freaked out or something? This is my office closet. I lost the key a while back. That sucks. You should really get that to, you know, management. Okay, let's actually look at the elephant in the room, the fucking mask there. I'm seeing one blinking red a little bit. Yeah, it's got blood on it. Let's have a look. I collected these over the past few years. It's a real shame I got some of them dirty. Yeah, don't know what's up with these masks, but hey, not gonna question you, mate. Let's see. I can't really do anything else, can I? Missing a document, unfortunately. Let's see. What am I missing? I wish I actually knew about that one thing I didn't interact with. Should have interacted with it in this game. Oh well. If I just walk around, something will happen. Now, maybe around here. There we go. Yeah, I knew it'd be that kind of game. It's a bit lame. Was that a gas mask? I think you need it, I guess, for all the drugs you're testing with. I don't know why you need a hockey mask, though. I don't remember putting this here. Activation requirements. These are requirements for each of the medications. Prior simulations return these interesting limitations that show the medicine will not activate until these requirements are followed. Penalaxin only works below -2 volts offset. Gilpazide requires a current above 3800 mA. Dilatil, all digits in the current need to be unique. Nafisco only works on even voltage digits. Romaxin can operate between on the 32 and 38 hertz. Adoponivir, the hertz must max 10 in units digits of current, and the Balmaxin only works at positive voltage offsets. I'm best to read fast because I'm about to click off, I believe. It's not easy to talk fast, guys. It's not fucking easy. You try it. Wait, why is everything getting bloody now? And the camera getting weird. Oh no! The clowns are laughing at us! I can't reach my computer, it's fucking off! Oh no! Oh no, I'm being laughed at. Am I the clown? Oh no, I'm the clown! What do I do? I'm the clown! What the fuck was that? I think the game is calling me a clown. That's what's happening, bro. It's calling you a clown. Anyway, we now have all the notes. Should really read all the notes. My computer didn't sleep well last time. My memory is a bit rusty, so I click on the notes and read them again. You already did, so just skim through them. I managed to deduce this aspect. Okay. You can find the hardware specs that match the requirements for the meds identified. The requirements options there. There you go. That's all the requirements. And this is where I get lost. Because these requirements are very vague. Now, -2 volts offset. I can understand that. Put it to -2 at least. Hertz should match tens and units digit. The current, I don't understand that. Only works on even voltage digits, so 2 and 4 minus. Those are as far as I can go with that. And all digits in the current need to be unique. Okay, so anything that is not just, you know, 3300 whatever. Maybe there's some tens involved. And the hertz should match the tens and units digits of the current. I don't know what that means. Maybe 20 hertz or whatever, I don't fucking know. I just went around, messed with it a bit, and just submitted and moved on. Whatever the real solution is, I don't know about it. Not too confident about that one. Oh well, we'll see what the experiment says about it. Set the changes, stand up, put the chair back, wait for the door to unlock. By the way, even if I got the right solution for what I could find, this ending will be in here is not going to change at all. Like, okay, the door's unlocked now. That's my calling. Time to head out. So yeah, no matter what, this ending we're going to get completely. And no matter what I did, it was always going to be this ending. Experiment room is down this hallway. These empty halls give me the creeps. This shit is nerve-wracking every single time. I've done some bad things. Things I'm not proud of. I gotta build the nightmares of this place. Raging inside my head. Doesn't matter. The pay is nice. Aw, man, I can't walk in the dark. Oh well. This place is so dark I can barely see anything. Seems like the tests have completed already. Let's see, there are 4 test results to validate. Patient 165 died. Let's see. Cause of death, car accident, head-on collision, sudden death. Let's see how patient 166 is doing. Results, increased pulmonary efficiency by 12%. Vital is stable. Success. Patient... What the fuck? The pod is empty. Where's my fucking card? Oh no. I'm so fucked. And that is the pay is nice. We end up getting fired. I'm not seeing the horror there. I'm gonna be honest there. There is a little bit of spooky going on with the clown mask. But ultimately, very lackluster and kind of boring. And the camera angles aren't very good either. So this is one of the middle ground games. There's some worse games out there. There you go. The pay is nice. So next up, we are going to be taking care of Don't Go Out. Let me just go ahead and quit and go back to the main menu now. And when you go back, you'll end up with a scratch on the name. Let you know you completed it. There's also a note there which will give us an audio log. Let's go ahead and see what it has to say to us.
So, one of the more intolerable habits of first-year ethics students is their seemingly unquenchable passion to constantly debate tired and ultimately pointless dilemmas, none of which is more tired and pointless than the trolley problem. Do you stand by and let the trolley kill 5 people, or do you flip a switch and direct the trolley to hit only 1? It generally devolves into a protracted debate on the utilitarian valuing of various peoples that would be okay to sacrifice over others. That is, after the deontological wankers have since declared their superiority and are now drinking healthy gulps of their own self-satisfaction. Unfortunately, they rarely see the fundamental absurdity of the entire experiment. I mean, the choice of the many versus a few doesn't happen in a vacuum. A triage doctor doesn't choose to save the healthier patients just the once. They do so every time such an emergency arises. And the reasoning is simple. Biology dictates that we all subconsciously assume we will be part of the many. We preserve the group because it will help us preserve ourselves, and in return, the group gives us a reasonable abstraction as to how our actions are justified. Trickle this greater good down a few levels, and you can see how someone can work for 10 years selling running shoes and never ask who made them. The real lesson of the trolley car is that clarity is absurdity. Abstraction is reality.
Now, what does it have to do with the game we just played? Well, a lot of these don't. Some of these do kind of fit into the game that we're playing, but other ones have to do with the overarching story of this menu here, which is made by a developer as well. So this is don't go out, just don't. Click on the character to select and choose action, click and drag cards to use. It's an interesting little game, and it's also kind of confusing. You'll see why soon. So, this is my Secret Cow level. These are developers of Doom Trooper, and one of the people working for this is also the programmer, well, one of the programmers, for Fallout New Vegas. So, we got some serious programming tact here. Unfortunately, their idea of, like, a fucking 1080 resolution was fucked, so I had to customize it to get even close to 1080. It was not 1080. It was very much completely not a 1080 thing. And I'm dead. So that is how my first game went. And now it's time for the next go. The cards randomize, and to use our cards, you have to go and click in our characters, and then go to cards and select any of them. Let's go ahead and use react quickly. That should give me more actions. We only got one action to begin with. And something I want to note right now is that our character has an axe and also has like a 2-in-1. That 2-in-1 thing does not have any fucking point to this game. In fact, that axe has no purpose. You'd think with a weapon like that, we could go up to this fucking monster here and cut his head open. No, there is no attack button. There's a die button in case you want to prematurely kill off a character for some reason. But, yeah. And if we try to, I don't know, walk up to this guy, we can also get rid of a card for action. If we try to walk up to this guy to maybe attack him, we die. So we can't fight back. So, here's how you win this. There's a house above. We can't see it because the lights are randomized a little bit, and they're also just very dark. However, let's go ahead and use this action card, and then move ourselves upward. Move it upwards twice, so that we can get up to a door area. There we go. Did you hear something? You can barely read that shit. The font is not very good. So, I don't have many cards to use that'll be useful. I mean, I can use Lucky Find, but it kind of sucks. And the player one kind of sucks too. So, let's open the door instead. And nothing happens. So, more hours. So, now we have 3 cards. And I mean, we can shoot the flare to light up the entire place. Well, just one bit of place. Or we can use second look to get rid of all 3 of these cards and randomize them to something else. There's Adrian. There are character cards in this game. And they like to have items too, like this guy has jerky. But again, they have no purpose. Like, at fucking all. You can only place them next to your character. So there's the map. We have another monster inside the house. There are 2 monsters. There's also like these red vine things. They are growing every single turn. And they will kill you as well. So here's the thing. I'm going to move, you know, this guy, Adrian, upward into the house. I'm unfortunately going to have our starting character here go ahead and die. But what he is going to do is do a sacrificial move called closing the fucking door. But first, get Billy out. Billy here has a torch, so he has a bit more light, and that's it. As far as I can tell, everybody else has no real purpose. So, yeah. We'll just got to move this guy across. And, yeah, why not? Let's just move you across as well. He will now die. As you see, the vines killed him. Oh no, the monster is right next to us. And these characters can only move one spot. Damn. Well, don't worry, because we have this card here, which let's get another card. The blood ritual will be used to momentarily stop the vines from coming in, but only momentarily. Eventually, after like a turn or two, it will go away, which sucks. So yeah, it closed the door, however. The monsters and the vines can't open the door and get inside, so we're using that. And we're getting rid of our card in order for us to move for more actions than just one. I'll move him over to this corner here, and I'll move Adrian up above. The monster will always go for the one that's closest, so we'll always aim for Adrian, which means that since the monster can only move one place as well, I can just keep doing this juke motion with him. This chick, Ray, has a board. There's no point to the board. As far as I can tell, the 2 there is to give you more actions, whereas the one that she had is like... I don't know what the 1 is even for, to be fair. Our guy, actually, I believe it's for more than one move, so you can move more than one space. But yeah, it's pretty much pointless at this point to have more than one move, and we have no more cards too. So all I'm doing now is moving back and forth Adrian and then waiting out, because eventually time will run out, and as soon as time goes by and all the hours are done for, we're pretty much done. The whole point is to survive the hours, so it's like, you know, a Final Fantasy phrase or whatever, where you just have to wait out the time and not die. And, yeah, once you're done, that's the game. You survived. Hooray. For now. Yeah. And that's it. So, very confusing to start off with, and not much really going on for itself. It's kind of lame and boring. It's a playable teaser, so I'm guessing there might be a full version if Justin Reynard and such works on it more. Justin Reynard is the programmer for Fallout, by the way, Fallout New Vegas, so he is like the head essentially. He's game design and such. But yeah. I don't know what's happening to Secret Cow now, though. They're making like a card game, different kind of card games. There you go. But that's it. And now it's time for the audio log for this game. Let's see what this one has to say, shall we?
You know, we all think we're the big hero of our own lives. The good guy standing up to the bad guy, getting the girl, showing the world just how special we know we are. You know, but when the sun goes down and instinct takes over, you quickly learn that the darkness doesn't share your delusions of grandeur. We only ever hear the stories of the survivors. The dead don't get to tell us their side.
Now that one I think does fit in with the game we just played. But yeah, as you can see, some games are pretty long, others are pretty short. And next time we're doing Hand of Doom and Summer Night. So thanks for watching, everybody, and I'll see you next time for those 2 games in the Dread X Collection, Volume 1.